Absolutely dependable. You jump in, you drive. This one has a GDI engine, the first generation GDI engines that Toyota made. So that's something to think about as well. If you want a really basic car, no GDI, no nothing, you might want to look into the second generation, but they might have a CVT transmission in them. So this is a regular transmission still, but the GDI engine. This is a 2-liter GDI engine. I had to do nothing with the car. The car arrived, I had to do nothing with the car. It passed the inspection, it passed out of program inspection, no problem, no questions asked. I even had tires on it that were good, that came from Japan. So Toyota Noah is more like a basic car. It's plasticky inside, you feel all the bumps, there's more noise in the car, and it's smaller. It's you can get by if you're an average height like me, you can get by. Okay, so let's start with the Noah. The doors open wide, but not really 90 degrees. It's enough for anyone to get in. So I'm average height. That's my height over there. And yeah, I'm average build, I would say. And I fit here really nicely. But one thing is that I'm at the end. I'm at the end of the travel here. So if you're a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, you might not have enough leg room here, because there's no adjustment here for the leg room. You have the steering wheel tilt, but not pull back and forth. I like it a bit higher. You have your controls for the turn signals on the right. You have your wipers on the left. Yeah, you have manual controls for the angle here of this seat, and you have manual control for the back. So you can put it down horizontally, actually. So this is a nice feature. All the seats here, you can recline them flat. The same with the Alphard. Okay, let me bring you in here. So there you go. You sit down, everything's nice and comfortable. This is your gear selector, wiper control, turn signals, and light control. There's your button to turn on and off the all-wheel drive. So that's why I actually really like this car, because in the summer you can leave it off and it will be just front-wheel drive, and then in the winter you could press this to get all-wheel drive. So you can drive all winter with this button on, all summer with this button off. You'll get better gas mileage in the summer and better traction in the winter. Mirror controls, electric. You have all the controls for your windows. Everything else is really basic. You have actually auto control for the climate, and then you select the temperature. You have your fan control, really nice, just electronic, and selector for the direction, AC, and rear. The same as defrost and recirc. This is your flashers, and you can read outside temperature, but the car needs to be on to read the outside temperature. Radio, really basic, nothing fancy. And odometer, trip, control, and everything else is pretty much as you will find in any other Toyota car. Here, there are consoles here, but I don't have a console, so I put this from an old truck. So I have cup holders here. Otherwise, you have plenty of cup holders here. Ashtray, power, another compartment here, plenty of compartments. There in the door, compartments, very tiny one in here, nothing fancy. What I do like is that there is a compartment for your glasses and light control. Very basic, nothing fancy, but everything is there. Handles all around except the driver. I reclined all the seats flat so you can see how you can turn this into a camper. Really nice, really comfortable, really roomy, really lots of space. So this just slides back like this, and then it locks in place. That's it, very simple to close it. It wouldn't go back on its own. You pull this, it unlocks the door, and then you slide it. Real nice and easy. Everything's mechanical, everything's manual. Nice handle here, so a child can get in easily, or an older person, or just pull this to recline the seats, and then there's another lever here to move them back and forth. So this is actually all the way back. You can't go back anymore. So this is all the way back because I'm sitting there, and this is all the way back. So let's try to get in. It's not too high. You can get in easily without any help, but this handle is really nice to have. That's it. You get in. You have lots of room here. Lots of space for your feet. You have a little hook here for your groceries. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, and you close the door. And that's it. On you go. So really, if there are two people here, this is plenty enough. There you go. So very comfortable. It's a bit dirty, but to fold this middle seat, pull on this, fold it down. Now you have a little table here, actually, with cup holders. Really nice to have. I think we almost never used it. We usually either fold this completely or unfold it to have a middle seat. So, and then to fold it completely, you just pull on it and it folds to the side like this. And there is a small passageway here. It's really small, actually, not big. For a child, it's okay. For an adult, it's like you can get by. The third row, now it's reclined, so it's a bed, but the seats, the back seats, the back reclines back, so you can have it in a normal chair position, and there's plenty of room there to sit. So it's not cramped in any way. The only cramped seat, I would say, is maybe the passenger seat here. There's just, for some reason, there's not enough room there. Knee area, I'll show it to you now. Especially if we want to put a child seat, the rear-facing child seat. If you put it here and you need more space, you move this chair to the front, and there's not enough room there. Lots of space in here, and to recline these seats, you pull the lever here and they recline. Plenty of space here, but it is tight for example, for a stroller. It is a bit tight. So if you want to put a stroller in here, what we usually do, we fold this seat and fold it to the side. The Noahs can get these seats, the third row can be folded to the side. You have a middle seat belt for the third row, you have a middle seat belt for the second row, you have seat belts for the second row. First of all, pull the lever or press the lever depending from which side you're going to fold this completely. It locks in place. Then you pull this orange lever up, push it up, fold this leg. Now you have a hook. So you have the hook. You can loosen the strap or tighten the strap, but leave it untightened. Then you just put the hook, tighten the strap as much as you want, and then use this Velcro to hold it in place. That's it. It's not going anywhere. Now you have all this space. So that's what we usually do. We put the stroller here, and my child can sit in the third row, and then another child in the second row, and my wife in the second row or in the first row. That's how we usually roll, and then we have place for the stroller. Here, not all strollers would fit. Some strollers would fit sideways if you remove the wheels. Some strollers would fit sideways as they are, but it depends on the model. But you can make it work. So this seat actually is, for some reason, there's less space here. I don't know how it is, but it seems like there's always less space here. So this seat needs to go forward always. So let's try to sit into this spot. There's plenty of room, but if we need a chair there, child seat, you kind of always bump your knee here. And many people, they sit here and they want to spread their legs even more. And if I have something plugged into this power outlet, they always push it with their knee. So this is kind of actually the tightest seat. Let's have a look here quickly under the hood. This is the NOAH 2-liter GDI engine. Very good engine, a bit noisy because of the GDI. Noise insulation is actually not good in this NOAH. You hear everything. You hear the engine, you hear the road, you hear the bumps, you hear everything. So that's kind of annoying a little bit. You also feel the vibrations. Because it's a GDI, it vibrates more. Especially it wants always to like idle at 500, 600 RPM. That's a bit too low, and then it vibrates. You have your engine, you have everything in front of you. You can change whatever you want. The GDI is actually hidden over there, so that's probably not very easy to work on. But here in the front, spark plugs, alternator is over here, all the hoses, starter is over there, everything is over here. You don't even need to worry about the space. Power steering reservoir here, brake fluid is here. This is your cap for the coolant. Battery is right here. There's no brainer to swap it. Air filter is right there. Everything is here. I also installed the block heater. It goes over there and inserts into the engine. Probably not the best engine heater, block heater on the market, but that's what I could find. This is your ABS and your pulleys for belts, your belt for the alternator and other things. I guess the AC compressor is right under there, and I see that there's not much space in there to work on the belt and on the pulley.